He was like, Emmanuel, you can't find anything to write for this song because you ain't got no word in you. How you gonna spit what's not, you know what I'm saying, what's not inside of you? Like, all you know is getting to the money, this and the third, clothes, and this, that, and the third. You're a nice rapper, but you ain't doing it for my glory. Mm-hmm. So now you struggling, asking me, Lord, why don't you just give me the words? I did. It's called the Word of God. What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Clubhouse Lounge. I'm the kid, Emmanuel Hudson.
Nico Goodrum.
And Lewis Brinson.
And once again, in high demand, we had to bring back little bro, the Phillip Hudson.
Shh.
Yep. Give it up for yourselves, fellas. Give it up for yourselves in the Clubhouse Lounge. The Clubhouse Lounge, where you are more than your purpose. You are more than entertainment. No, it's more, I'm sorry, more than your occupation, more than entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And today, once again, I ain't gonna lie, props to Lou. Or was that Nico?
No,
last
that
time?
was Nico.
Yeah, shut up,
Nico.
Nico. Props to Nico.
I made correct selections.
Props to Nico. As we do this wine tasting, the last episode, they went 2 for 8. So, but it was Nico. So again, we're gonna pop it off the right way.
Just remind everybody it was Nico.
Lou.
I picked that.
Yeah.
What we sipping
today?
On today?
We sipping on Faust. 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 If I'm pronouncing that wrong, y'all put that in the comments. Napa Valley. That is correct, Jack. Thank you. Little cab once again. Might like it.
Call a cab.
Yeah, call it a cab. Yeah, man.
Any more details?
No, there's no more details.
Yeah,
okay.
What? I don't care about all the details. If it's gonna be nasty.
Ain't no more
Let's
details.
just see what it is.
It's made from grapes.
Yeah, maybe if you get more detail.
Ting ting.
Ting ting.
Ting ting.
Ting 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 ting.
I don't know if I want to do that with them.
Oh, he not gonna like that.
Wait a minute.
Like if I'm not mistaken.
What?
You had one cabinet, you had them all.
Well, hold on.
I don't know. That last one tastes different.
Quit trying to taste it like you could taste different stuff.
What I'm saying
Nico.
is, well, everybody will be able to say the past wines that we have were a little stronger on the taste.
Yeah.
All right. The two, like this right here, it's not as strong. It'll make you, right? It's just a smooth. It's a smooth look.
What you got?
Look, you know what I'm saying?
What you got?
Show
Glass
the glass
empty.
The glass is empty.
Glass is empty.
It's safe to say, man.
Thank
You
you.
man, that boy, that 3.
Thank you.
That 3 for
Again.
Thank you.
That's you again, Nico.
That's you again.
Hey, y'all, give it up for Nico
For sure.
one more time, man. I ain't gonna lie, Lou. You might have to step aside, man.
I'll introduce it, but Nico can pick it out.
Hey.
Okay.
I got, I had the
No,
one.
we ain't doing that, Lou.
I had the one.
We're not doing that.
Right
We ain't
there.
doing that. We ain't going back in the past.
It was right there.
Step it up. What have you done for me lately? Speaking of late, I have on, time for the fit check, trying to
check.
check out the latest of the latest.
check.
We're gonna pop it off. I pop it off. I'm rocking simple, the twin set. I like to call it the twin set. Or the Balenciaga. I don't know what color this is.
Light,
it's like a navy purplish, whatever.
Burgundy.
Then I took it back nostalgic with the slouch socks, you know what I'm saying, back in the high school days. With the classic AF1s, man, the cocaine.
I see you got your drawers matching with your set. Now, did you change your drawers to match your sets?
See, I wasn't planning on showing the drawers, but if we, you know what I'm saying, I ain't do that, but that's just,
So your shorts are too short.
it's just me.
But if you're gonna have your
Shorts
drawers
too
sticking
short.
out, they might as well.
I would shout them out, but I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm tired of wearing these synthetic drawers. Man, they ain't worried about me, man.
Okay.
Next, man, Nico, what we rocking?
Your drawers are part of your fit.
What we rocking?
Facts.
Facts.
Standing on businesses. Everybody understand what
black
that means. I'm standing on businesses.
SOBs.
Fashion Nova. And I love Fashion Nova for men. Love it. Got they sweatpants. This right here, essentials. Fear God always. And then just little accessories, and then the foundation. Do good things. DoGoodThingsInc.org. Go check us out.
Well, you can check out dogoodthings.org, whether you want to donate, support, go check them out. Lou, what we talking about?
So we got the always out of stock I got this in a shop in Okinawa, Japan. I don't remember the name of the
Love
shop,
Japan.
Man,
but
what?
I liked it. Obviously, I picked it up. It's a little warm. I can't lie, but I like it. It's a nice fit. Pants, Fashion Nova, Nova man. Great fitting pants. I'm a tall man, so these are long enough. And then just the ones, little red, black, and white colorway. Oh, and this this is the Lone Wolf, the farm hat. These have been going around. I like the way it fits. I like the way it looks, and yeah, that's
Phil,
what I got on.
you gonna drip a little. You know.
You feel me? I got on a Nico shirt. I got out of his closet because we shooting boat. And,
Shout out. Hey, Fashion Nova.
Yeah, Fashion Nova.
Give him his
Nova.
flowers and give
Yeah.
us everybody get their flowers at once.
Yeah, you know what
man.
I'm saying? We shooting boat. I didn't bring an extra pair of clothes. I went in Nico closet, got these essentials, some Nikos, finest. You know I'm going with the still the same the J's I had on from last segment. You feel me?
But them now those are his shoes.
Those
These
are
his
his shoes.
I can't fit.
Those
fit
are his
Nico's
shoes.
Yeah.
That man gonna keep it 100 with you. You know what
Keep
I'm
it
saying?
200, which
That boy said we shoot
we
it both.
shooting both.
Y'all ain't fooling nobody. Y'all shoot 3 times a day. Hard work.
Long
Hard work.
as they ain't use my deodorant, we good.
Straight.
That's all
I
that
don't
matter,
share
man.
deodorant now.
Straight
You
like
That's
might-
all that matter.
Well, just give it to me then, because you don't share mine now.
All right, well, push your glasses up a little bit.
No,
Now it
it's
look
not-
like you teaching me something because they're too dark far on your
That's
nose.
why I keep them like this.
All right.
All right, man. Life check. What we doing, man? How's everybody feeling? Everybody good? What's going on in your life?
Yeah.
Mental health straight? And so we got
Yeah,
that's
what's
important.
going on, man? What's going on in your life, man?
What's your
Check-
mental?
Yeah, how's your mental? What's going on, man?
Man, I'm in a season of just calming down because you can witness a lot of stuff in the world that make it to get you pissed off.
Mm-hmm.
You get pissed off, and you want to become a villain. I've been feeling like, man, I'm about to be a villain, man. 'Cause y'all making me mad. You know what I'm saying? People just making you mad, and then you gotta chill because they don't know what they doing. You can't get too mad. So I've been in the process of just chilling.
I feel
You know
that.
what I'm saying? Just calming down and just doing what I need to do.
So that right now, life for you is just
Relax, calm
learning
down.
how to relax, calm,
Calm
and
down.
let people do what they do because they don't know no better.
Yeah, I don't know better.
There you
Gotta
go.
calm down.
There you go.
Miami traffic, man.
chill
That'd
out.
be-
Same as always. God bless. You know what I'm saying? Everything is going copacetic, trusting God throughout everything. So, like I said, whether good times, bad times come my way, I'm gonna rejoice and be joyful no matter what, because I know this life is only temporary. So, I'm always trying to be in good spirits and gonna stay in good spirits.
I'm good. I'm great. My wife, shout out to my wife, man. She just got a new job. She's a Pilates instructor. I am very proud of you, baby. She has worked very hard for this, and I just want to shout her out. So we, as a whole, are good. Family's good. Everybody's healthy. Thank the Lord. And my mental is great, man. Moving into a new year and doing this with y'all, man. I'm in a good space. Good space.
Attaboy Lou. Attaboy
Good
Lou.
space.
I'm in the book of Ephesians. Today, Ephesians 5. I'm in chapter 5. So if you guys would like to understand what I say when I say this, go to Ephesians chapter 5. You know?
And that's saying,
Beautiful wife, beautiful life.
That's
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm on right
that's
now.
saying a lot too. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of Ephesians, man, that's saying a lot. I think a lot of people don't give the Bible enough credit, and if they don't, like you could, let me see what I'm trying to say. So basically, you can always get good advice, but sometimes people don't give the Bible credit because they simply don't even know the good credit that they're giving comes from the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could say something, have some good advice, or you could speak something that's full of wisdom and full of knowledge. People will give you credit. Then, you a smart man, dog. That's what's up. But then as soon as you let them know where you got that from, that reference from, where you got that wisdom from, now all of a sudden they don't want to be obedient. Now all of a sudden they don't want to, you know what I'm saying? They want to discredit. Oh, no, you just said this was good advice. All I did was let you know the advice wasn't mine. It was God alone. And now you want to, too late, gotcha. And then what Kanye said, gotcha. So let's dive into that, for today's episode, man. The importance of being obedient. And when I say being obedient, it's just like, you can't just be out, in my personal opinion, you have to know what to be obedient to. A lot of people out here believe in different things, different religions, different gods or whatever. So just the importance of obedience, period. Like, how has that affected you guys' life? And are there times where you guys weren't obedient? Like, how's the comparison between obedience and disobedience?
First of all, I want to define what obedience is, how I view it. Now, the dictionary, Webster may say something else, but when I turn to that or look at that Bible, it's very simple. What does the word say? Do what the words say. So, what is it? That's what it is. Being obedient. Now, I apply that to my daily life and anything that I am doing, whether it's children, wife, job, etc. Obedience to me is gonna give you the best outcome. Now you may go through something else, you may go through hard times, you may go through it may take you a little bit longer. But when you reach this, you're gonna look at I didn't sell out this, I didn't have to sacrifice this, I did the way that it was supposed to be done. So obedient, I think, going to reap better fruit
Absolutely.
at the end of the day.
Now, before anyone else give their answer, let's just make sure y'all understand out here. Like, we are all, safe to say, we are all believers of Christ. You know what I'm saying? So
Very safe.
a lot of y'all may tune into this episode and tune out because we don't believe in the same God or whatever. But know that when we're talking about the difference between disobedience and obedience, we're talking from the point of view of following Christ and what he deems is what he deems is worthy, what he deems is good. So just go ahead and put that at disclaimer so you won't have to waste y'all time. I advise you stay here. You might learn something.
You might learn something.
Phil, what we talking about? How important is obedience?
I believe obedience is a stress reliever because no matter how you trying to do what you're trying to do, if you're not being obedient, it's going you don't get what you want. You feel what I'm saying? You ain't gonna like what you get. So obedience is just to let you know this is to eliminate the stress. Like, because if you do what you're told, you don't have to worry about those things you can't control. Like, shoot, this is because you're giving yourself, God, like just basically like you said, being a believer, I give myself to you, so I don't have to worry about those things that I can't control. Like you said, do it. Like it's almost easier. Shoot, just don't talk to me, talk to God, because He said do it. Like I'm just here. I'm just doing what He told me to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's, to me, like that's much. It goes deeper than sacrifice, because when you're being obedient, it's not a sacrifice. You're doing this because of something. You're not.
Yeah.
You're not trying to make it equal up to it. No, you saying I'm gonna go this way because I was told to go this way, and I'm glad I was told. Because if you ain't tell me, I would have been all the way over there. You know what I'm saying?
And sometimes you ain't gonna be glad until after the storm is over. You really gonna look up and be like, I should have been obedient a long time.
You should have been, because like you going through all this for what? Because I already told you, just do this. I don't want to do that. I'm thinking 50. Do this, man.
So that battle between the flesh.
Yeah, man, that's what it is, man. But you already know he's going to be the same person that you're going to ask for stuff from.
Yeah.
Quit asking for the stuff from the dude if you ain't going to do what he said do.
That's offending.
That's a fact.
Because his will gonna get done regardless.
Yeah.
You feel me?
With or without
With
you.
or without you.
I'm going to use him now.
Like, I'm glad.
Lou, Lou, talk to me. Obedience.
Yeah, man. So being obedient to me last year.
Make sure you speak to the mic too. I don't know if it's gonna pick up.
I think we good. Audio good. All right. So I have a quick example of being obedient. Last year, man, beginning of the year, I wasn't really sure what was next for me. And I came home. I was playing in Mexico. I came home from Mexico. And y'all ever had a feeling where God tells you to be still? Just to be still. Just sit here for a second. I was on the plane back to Miami and literally was just sitting there. I'm like, man, what's next? Because I can't just go home and just sit down and not do nothing. And God literally spoke to me and said, just be still. Just be still for this season. Just for right now, I have something better for you. And couldn't have been more clear. And literally went home and told my wife and told a couple guys that I bounced things off of. Like, man, they're like, how you doing? I'm like, man, I'm being still right now. Like, something's telling me to be still. And that something was God. And literally being obedient and following his direction, so many things have come to fruition for me. I can't even explain. Like, it's just an example of like, listen, like just follow what he says. Just follow what you feel that he has for you, and everything else will work itself out. That's a perfect example of like literally everything else will work itself out if you just Just follow me and just trust what I'm saying to you.
Matthew 6:33. Or is it 33:6? Either way,
Yeah.
I think it's
It's in
6:33.
Matthew, what you're saying.
Yeah, Matthew
Just read all
6:33.
that.
It is
You'll find
it is in Matthew.
Seek ye first the kingdom, and everything else will be added unto you. Meaning, like you said, simply, hey man, be still. Keep your eyes locked in on me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take care of everything else.
And he has.
And piggybacking off of, Phil, it's just it when you think about it, it don't get no easier than that.
Really
Like
doesn't,
it don't get no easier than, hey man, talk to the man that I'm getting my instructions from.
Mhm.
Because if you ain't gonna listen to me, if you ain't gonna listen to him, I don't stand a
I ain't got nothing
chance.
for you.
I don't got nothing for you. I'm getting the same thing. He's gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you the same thing. I'm gonna tell you.
He
gonna
gonna tell you.
So either you're gonna be obedient or you're not.
So obedience, and because you said being still, obedience and being still in those moments of stillness,
Mm-hmm.
right? So you was obedient to be still. In that moment of stillness, what does stillness provide? What does stillness bring to you guys? What does stillness do for you in those moments? What did you get? What was the revelation in your stillness?
It was literally opportunity. It was literally exiting out people that didn't need to be there and bringing in people that needed to be there in my life and where I was trying to go. I knew where I was trying to go, and I knew sort of a calling from God that he literally, like, everybody that didn't need to be a part of what I had going on wasn't there anymore. And I literally was isolated for a season, literally. And I think for me, at least in that certain situation, that's what that meant. It was literally just opportunity just started opening up. I knew which way I needed to go. I knew who I needed to call, who I needed to text, who I needed to email, who I needed to reach out to, who I needed to go see in person, who I needed to go check up on. Like, literally doors just started opening up, and I can't thank him enough.
Hey, so do y'all too? Y'all too. In the moments of creativity.
Wait,
Right.
wait, hold on. You asked one
Well, no,
before
no,
you.
But yeah,
I'm done.
I just
I'm
wanted
done.
I just wanted to get, because it's the same stillness. It's the same stillness for me when you talk about being obedient and hearing, because I understand that in those moments of 3 a.m., 4 a.m., right? The moments that you get you wake up, right? And there's something, right? There's an idea, there's something. Do y'all credit that in that or the moment of being obedient and that moment of stillness to sit there to identify, yeah, that's the idea. And y'all create creative moments. Are those 3 a.m.s? Do y'all hear that from him to be like, yep? Do y'all create things in that nature?
I mean, if I'm understanding your question correctly, I would say yes. And so also, I think you posed the same question earlier. Not same question, but a different question earlier. You said, what does it does for you, like being obedient, like still, like what comes from that, you being obedient? I would say peace. That's how you know it comes from God, because when God blesses you, no sorrow is attached to it. It's pure peace, to a point where like, oh man, like dang. So it's to the point where it's so much peace that you will self-sabotage it, because you so used to 50%, 75%, you so even used to 99%.
Too good to be true, you feel like.
But when God blesses you, it's 100%. And you can self-sabotage that because you're not used to 100% of peace or a blessing. And I remember when it comes to creativity, I had this song. That's the song is available now. It's called Emmanuel, spelled with the I, Kosher featuring Janiyah Tashe. I remember when I was writing that song, I had the instrumental made by Quint the Great. Shout out to my producer, Quint the Great. I had that instrumental for like 5 years. And when I decided to start writing for it, nothing would come out. Like, that's what took so long for the song to be created and dropped, because I was used to being in the world. I wasn't really rapping about derogatory things or things that you hear on the radio now, but it wasn't the word of God. So when I finally brought that track back up to work on, I decided I want to dedicate it to Christ. And it took me a minute even still, and I was even getting frustrated with God. Little did I know later on, it's because I wasn't being obedient. And he simply told me, he was like, Emmanuel, you can't you can't find anything to write for this song because you ain't got no word in you. How you gonna spit what's not, you know what I'm saying, what's not inside of you? Like, all you know is getting to the money, this and the third, clothes, and this and the third. You a nice rapper, but you ain't doing it for my glory. So now you struggling, asking me, Lord, why don't you just give me the words? I did. It's called the word of God. So once he revealed that to me, it took me another 6-7 months to write because I had to get fed first. So I know what I'm giving to the people. And the second I became obedient to that, the words just started flowing. And now it's a bigger impact on my end because it's like, boom, all I had to do was be obedient. And it brought so much peace. Once these lyrics start flowing out, I ain't got to worry about, how they gonna take it this way and da-da-da-da. Don't matter. You spreading the gospel through your gifts.
Yeah, it wasn't you. It's like these are the words. They're not your words. So it's all you doing is reciting them. They're not yours. So it's like, hey, don't get mad at me. I didn't write this. Like I'm the person that's curating it to you, but
I'm just the best.
But I can tell you where I got it from. You feel what I'm saying? And I think being still is very interesting because when people think about being still, they get anxious. Like, well, I got to be doing something. You got to realize, when you're being still, you're actually still doing something. It's be still. Be is a verb. To be. You feel what I'm saying? Be still. Like you're constantly moving, even if you're in the same place. And being still also gives people around you who you want to impact to know where to find you too. Like if you're all over the place trying to find things to do and wandering around, you're not reaching the people that you want to reach. You're in too many places. Sometimes you got to be still so people can know where to find you.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to have a store that, you know what I'm saying, that opens and closes at the same time. And the people that want what you selling have to come to you.
Yeah.
But if you're always, your mind is always scattered and it's like, sure, you almost seem like you got ADHD. You can't sit still. Just be still. And then what you were saying about those different times of when stuff comes to you, when you're on your regimen and you're consistent in what you're doing, all of that time is precious time. But sometimes we have to remember that sometimes when your creative juices are flowing, some days you have to be still. Don't create. Don't rest. This is not the time. You may get an idea, but just be still. Don't act on it yet because you're going to get the rest of these days to act on it. But today, you may just got an idea, but just hold that down. And then Monday, pick it back up. And then you got till Saturday to get it done. But just this one time, like, just be still today.
Now, I want to make sure we're clear on these things for the viewers that's watching. What we just gave you was our definition of basically what that means is be still. But I say this, don't ever take our word for it. Take the word for it. And what that scripture that we're referring to is Psalms 46:10. It says, now mind you, this is from a theologian that dedicated his life to, breaking down scripture and things like this. So this is how I study. But it says a word from God himself, be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations and I will be exalted in the earth. So he breaks down what this scripture means. Be still and know that I am God. The idea is not that the faithful reader should stop activity and stand in one place. The sense is more that the argument and opposition should stop and be still. This is done in recognition of God's glory and greatness, as mentioned in the previous verse. So basically, if I'm understanding this correctly, it's basically saying like when God is telling you to do something or when you don't know which way to go, hey man, be still and know that I am God. Am I not all knowing? Have I ever let you down? Have I ever broken a promise? Ain't no back talk. Like, I got you. Just be still. Cease the argument. Cease the opposition. Cease having the urge to, but this and the complaining and all that. Be still and know that I am God.
Can I when you said that, bro, I'm over here sitting there thinking this is about 13, 14, 15 years ago. And being obedient, being still, and being in a rush to get something done, the same point. So now today, just relax. I'm over there trying to work on my car. This is a long time ago. I'm trying to work on my car because I'm just excited to get this part on there. And it said, all you're going to do is with the fuel, open up the hood with the fuel. Bruh, if I didn't pull that part off and gasoline shot directly in my face, in my eyes, now I'm running, no, I'm there by myself. I'm panicking, thinking I'm going blind. I'm finna go blind. And I go and rinse my eyes. No, I'm in there crying. Why me? All I had to do was Not today. You ain't no professional. You don't know what you doing. You don't know how to work on no cars. Sit down over here and relax. Be still. And first of all, what did the instructions say? Professional use only. I'm under this hood. Yeah, I got this.
I got this. This looks easy.
Cause you think just because you think you can, you should.
I'm thinking because I like cars, I can do it.
Hey, man,
and I went on YouTube.
He think because he's a professional. No, not
Professional use only.
professional mechanic.
Mechanic,
I
bro.
played over there in
I'm a Golden Glove
Come on,
shortstop.
bruh.
I'm a professional man, professional mechanic or car
What?
service person.
Gasoline, boy.
That's too funny.
That's
And
hilarious.
honestly, that goes back to that brings up another thought for me is like, I'm glad you said, look at what the instructions say. Because sometimes when we don't know what to do, obviously go to God. But even for people that don't believe in God or anything like that, it's hard to know why you should be still. Because if you don't know why, you ain't going to be still. Or you going to be just going to other people that don't know what they talking about, this, that, and the third. So this is why I said in the beginning, you have to give the source, you have to give credit where credit is due. The reason why you know to be still is because you be in your word. Like, oh, I'm doing something I ain't got no bit. God says be still. And he'll talk to you. He'll talk to you. The Holy Spirit will talk to you. So even when, like what you were saying, Phil, again, it all goes back to, hey, man, talk to the man upstairs. I ain't got nothing for you. So the more you're in your word, the more you learn what obedience means and how to be obedient. So the fact that you sit there and said, like, first of all, what did the instructions on the car? God gave the professional person, whoever, to put that sticker right there. You read it. That was your chance to
Professional
be.
use
What's in your
only.
shot? Oh, you don't want? But I got the instruction and did one of these. Goddamn.
Oh, boy,
I done watched a
that's
YouTube
funny.
video. Nah,
YouTube
bro.
University.
What does it say about being disobedient?
Yeah,
That what we need to read.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like the whole
Y'all almost lost some eyes.
Yeah, I feel like the being still and then the obedience works, and it translates well to, like, say if you got your own business, if you got employees, you'll want them to, you know what I'm saying, to understand the process of how things go. It's like you don't try to do too much. Do what it's your job. You feel what I'm saying? Stay still in what you're doing, and it just shows you like the whole obedience too. Like if you got your employees going to say, hey, I'm here to do what I was told to do. You know what I'm saying? And how that translate, we have somebody above me for that. You know what I'm saying? So like even if you have a business, you would want your employees to be obedient to the rubric, to the template that you set. You just be obedient to this and everything, because I made this template. If you do with this, like there was a script in Massage Envy. There was a script. You feel what I'm saying? That we had to stick to.
Hey, man.
And if I do it like they said I do, I'm held
Get that
accountable.
sale.
Well,
Yeah.
the guys told me to do it this way, and I'm not trying to do too much.
Yeah.
And you feel what I'm saying? It is like and it saves that employee, because they ain't got to take on too much. I'm just doing what you told me to do. So if you have any gripes, go check my history. I did exactly what you told me to do. If you ask all these customers, they said Phillip said the same exact thing every single time. That means he's doing what he's doing. And if there's a deficiency in the company, it's coming from the top.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I like that you said that, because that brings up my next thought and potential questions to you guys. God is a God of order, and it's almost like you said, oftentimes we'll go in a store and we'll get to going back and forth with an employee of the store that's just doing their job. Like, hey man, I understand where you coming from, but we have a way of doing things. Like me personally, when I go to TSA, sometimes I get mad. Like it be two machines shut down, one over here. The thing is, Emmanuel, before you open your mouth and get an attitude, understand they got protocol.
Yeah.
They see what you see. They understand what you understand. But the thing is, you don't understand what they know, what they have to do.
Yeah.
So it's good for you to just be quiet and understand, like, if there's two machines down and there's a long line stand, there's a reason for that. Even if you think the reason is stupid, their rubrics and whatever coming up from the higher ups, this is how we said do it. This is the best possible situation to get this line moving efficiently, right?
Yeah.
So me and Nico was talking earlier today. This ties along to the point. As a kid, sometimes we question our parents and the moves they make. And same thing I said with the employees. You get an attitude, well, Mom, why I can't do this? And sometimes you see the moves that they making and you don't get it. And 9 times out of 10, you might not get it until you have kids of your own. But understand this, sometimes your parents are being obedient and you don't have enough word in you as a child to understand why these moves are making it. And you know, black parents, I don't care if you was old enough to understand. I ain't got to explain nothing to you. I'm the mama, I'm the daddy.
Yeah.
But it just hit us earlier that, oh, snap. There's some things my mom, it came off like, hey, Mom, like, what about this? What about this? Like, you going I had to go from Monday's Mill to Fayette County. All my friends, my girlfriend, she's at Monday's Mill. And my mom was like, I don't care about that. This teacher said you gotta, you great at acting. She want to see what's going on with that. So we gonna uproot you from this school, da-da-da-da. At the time, I'm selfish. Like, no, why?
Yeah.
She just being obedient. I don't understand now. But now it's like, oh, now that I ended up at Fayette County getting the lead role in this play, that catapulted me to here. That catapulted me. I got to meet Nico. So sometimes God be working through your parents, and as a kid, it's order. I'm gonna listen to my parents because they got the final say so.
Yeah.
I'll understand later. Maybe I will, maybe I won't.
Shout out to mama.
Shout out to
my
mama.
Shout out to my mama too, bro.
For real, man.
Yeah, you got
Anything wrong I do. Anything wrong I do, I hear my mom. Yeah, I hear my mom's voice like, you shouldn't be doing this, or maybe you should go here, or maybe you should. I'm like, oh my God, you're right, Mom. Because like you said, the older you get, you don't understand it at all. It's like when you're a kid and you're a teenager, especially when you're a teenager, you think you know everything as a teenager. And my nephew is a teenager now, just became a teenager, and it seemed like a year ago he was just a little kid. He would ask questions. He would, want to hang out and know things and blah, blah, blah. And then now, a year later, now it's like, man, I don't want nothing to do with y'all. Y'all don't know nothing. Y'all are lame. Y'all don't know anything. It's like, was I like that? Yeah, I was. As soon as I turned 13, 14, you start hanging out with people, especially with social media now. Social media has ruined everything for little kids as far as like what's wrong, what's right, what's cool, what's not. Like, I feel like anybody above, I don't know, 28, 30 is lame now to teenagers now, just because, man, y'all don't know nothing, man. You didn't see this trend, or you didn't see this song, or you didn't see this video or whatever. It's like, what are y'all even talking about? But I feel like that's the whole world, and you don't really get it until you're put in that situation as an adult. You're like, man, that's what my mom and dad were talking about. Now I see it. But
I wanna also say this. I think obedience is so much wisdom and knowledge that can come with obedience. So I believe someone else's answer to their prayer is attached to your obedience. Meaning, if God is talking to you like, hey, I need you to get up and do this. I need you to get up and do this. To us, you may be like, man, why I don't want to do that? Da-da-da-da-da. Whole time, you don't understand. I need you to obedient because this person over here,
Come on now.
this person over here has been praying for something for so long, and the answer that they're looking for is attached to your obedience. When you're obedient and I have you come over here, you meet this person because I need you. You're the only one. I need you to understand, like, he can use anybody, but it's like, I want it to be you, Emmanuel. So I need you to get up off your behind, go start this business because this person has been praying for a job that only exists in the business that you started.
right.
So your obedience is attached to someone else's prayer.
And that's where to go back to your mom being obedient, right? My mom being obedient because we moved from a house to an apartment, just being obedient just so I can go to Fed to play baseball. And all the ups and downs we went through with that whole process. But meeting Phil skipped class in my class. That's how I even met Phillip. He used to skip class in Fayette County and be in my classes. And just so happened people he hung out with were in my class. But the fact that your mom being obedient and me meeting Phil, then I met you
And me being disobedient
to
not going
skip.
to class.
Don't do
You know what I'm
that.
saying?
Don't
he
do
didn't,
that.
He
Don't
didn't
do
be
that.
your right? That changed who I was in the effect now I have on people to be, because growing up, I always was kind of like in this little shell of just like not really want to be seen, right? This things I like, I didn't really want to voice that. I didn't really want you to really know, like, bro, like, regardless of what y'all think, I like this, right? And I saw that from y'all. And so I ended up embracing, because y'all didn't care about none of that. Y'all didn't care. Y'all didn't care about what someone thought, right? If something was funny, y'all, you laughed. If you liked to wear this, you liked it. It didn't matter what anyone's talking about, right? And I gathered that I obtained that trait to be able to now, bro, regardless of what you're talking about, I enjoy this. I enjoy doing that. I am not afraid to tell you I love the Lord. I'm not afraid to tell you certain things or do certain things because I like it. So all of that, I tie that in just because it meant something to me off of just spiraling down from your mom making choices for you guys that affected my life in that way that y'all probably don't know. For me to go out now and to talk to people, to be able to speak in front of people, hundreds of people, thousands of people that I had to go and speak in front of to just share my story, isn't thanks to you guys and your mom that I acquired to be able to
We
do
in there
that.
somewhere.
Shout out to Mondoos once again. And I know you feel you said something that was like you joking, but at the same time, there's a lesson that needs to be learned in that, and that's disobedience, right? I know we talked about obedience, but you said it took you being disobedient to end up in his class so he can get introduced to me. So a lot of times that'll come off to people like, oh, well, sometimes you have to be obedient. No. Let's get this let's get this understood. Sometimes God uses our disobedience to still get the job done. It's not saying that don't get that mistaken with, oh, God uses sin. God never uses sin to get his purpose done.
Right.
He don't need to.
Right.
But he will, in layman's terms, he will have a rose grow from a concrete. If y'all know what I'm going with that. Basically, like in your disobedience, instead of God giving you what you deserved, he still allowed something to come from that. Like you still gonna get your just due for being disobedient. He don't play that. But it's almost saying like
And you don't. And
you
really know.
yeah, like
You don't really know the account for when you be disobedient, so you can't just go in there and say, if I just be disobedient, it's gonna help somebody else, because you don't know what that's going to do to you. You can't just say I'm gonna just be disobedient and make a choice to be disobedient to get something good. No, because at the end of the day, you ain't got to worry about nothing happening good with somebody else. That's going to happen. What happens to you, you have no idea.
I'll quickly say this for an example to sum what we're trying to speak on up. At the Last Supper, when Satan entered Judas and Jesus told him, hey man, whatever you finna do it quickly. Satan thought he won at that moment. But little does he know, God is like, hey, even though I allowed Satan to enter into Judas to go do this you don't even know. You just expedited what was gonna get done already. You thought you won by sinning, but it's like, oh no, I'm gonna use your sin to get the job done even quick. It was gonna get done either way.
Program.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So little did Satan know, he thinking like, oh, if I can get Judas to betray, it could stop everything. And God is like, no. But because of free will, I'm gonna allow Judas he gonna do what he already wanted to do, but he just don't know. You just expedited the world being saved. Yeah. Stupid.
It's really a story though. When you look at the word, it's really a story. It starts off, it give you a place, present place, a time, who, when. It starts off like that. It doesn't just start off like giving you just wondrous things. It say, hey, in the beginning, that's when God, who, what did he do? It sets the tone, it sets the story up. The story, and then it derives from other people, and they tell you he begot this person, and let you know these are all these people that he spoke to are being obedient to bring Jesus, to bring this man, this guy who walked on earth, to bring him. You went through Moses. You went through. It's telling you the story of it and how God uses everybody and all of their transgressions and all of that. Oh, you were here to make this happen, and you were here to make this happen. And when Jesus comes, there will be a Judas that comes to tell this whole situation. You have to believe that it started somewhere, and now it's getting here, and now it will go there. Like it's all a part of his design. So whatever you think you're doing, it's already premeditated. We're here to bring Jesus.
Yeah.
And it's so many people that were in the Bible, but it's like basically if you see a protagonist in a movie, this is his story. Now there's other stories too, but we're gonna focus on this protagonist right here. This is how Jesus came. Jesus came through Abraham, then Jesus came through Joseph, and then Jesus came through Noah. Then he's coming through these people. You feel what I'm saying? And this is the origin story of it. Jesus' origin story.
And we also have to understand, because I know a lot of the viewers out there, I know some of this stuff probably not make sense to you guys, but for the ones that it does make sense, it's because they're actually reading, they're actually studying. And I say that to say you can't understand God at part 6 when you haven't seen part 1. Like a lot of the Bible is literally like a story. It's like a movie. When you try to jump into the middle of the Bible, you got so many questions. Like, well, why this happened? Who is this person? Oh, this ain't true. It's a miracle. Like this, man. You don't understand God's character. You don't even understand how you got to part 6. So you're not supposed to understand. Like one time there was a show called The Boys, and I was trying to put Nico on for a minute since it came out. I enjoy the show. I like it. Whatever. He gave me, and this is no disrespect to him. He just wasn't interested. He wasn't he wasn't interested in the show like that. So Nico is real. He'll tell you, man, I want to watch that show. Whatever it is, he represented all types of people out there when it comes to asking them to study and read their Bible. He represented every last person. One time I asked him, man, I don't want to watch the show. He was just straight up. The other time, man, I ain't got time. Another time, like, man, I said I'm gonna do it, but whatever. So long story short, season 4 had came out, and this is years. So season 4 had came out. We was all at his crib one day, and a couple of us were excited to watch season 4, episode 4. That's what we was on. So we sit on the couch. Nico comes down. He sit down, and we're watching the show. Something drastic happens like that, catches his attention, and he goes, "Oh, what was that? Who?" And he's looking at me like, "What was that? Who was this person? Why did he do that?" And did it that? Now I'm getting annoyed because I'm like, first of all, nigga, you're asking these questions out loud, like while we're trying to watch the movie. Second of all,
pausing it.
Hey, my house. Hold on.
Tell me about this guy.
No,
wait a minute.
No.
My electricity. What we got?
So, but instead of like showing him like, dog, you being annoying, I leaned over to him and I said, "This is exactly what I've been trying to tell you.
This is why
when you should read from the beginning in Genesis." Because I've also asked him to start from the very beginning. And at that time, he was like, he was doing his studies. He'll go to this scripture, this, that, and the third. Not that he was doing anything wrong with that, but I had tried to suggest to him years ago, months ago at this time, like, hey, man, you should start from Genesis, read from this. And it was, sometimes you ain't got to beat nobody over the head or why they should do it. An opportunity to present itself to where it makes them like, oh, okay, that's what you meant by that. Because like I said, before this episode came on, before this moment was happening, I was telling people, hey, you should read from the beginning so you can understand part 6. So that was a perfect example for him to stop the show and be like, why this person distance? I said, I bet if you would have seen season 1, episode 1, you will understand what's going on. And he looked at me and was like, he looked at me and was like,
I'm turning it off.
You know what I mean?
Until I catch
Everybody
up.
go home.
Everybody get out.
I gotta watch
Everybody
season
out.
1. Everybody, hold on.
Like, he'll turn it to season 1 while everybody there.
No, you
season
said nothing.
What
You
you
said
say?
you told me the answer.
What you doing, Nico? This is my house.
My TV,
Hey, Lou,
man.
has there been any moments in baseball where you were like in that obedience realm, but then like because this happened, like you being obedient within baseball, how that success happened or anything, and then you also turn out, I should have did that.
I
ain't
mean,
get this.
yeah, I mean, like, I don't know if you want to call it regrets, but like just maybe a coach that, you gravitated towards, or that you gravitated toward? We always had that coach that you were just like, man, shut up. Like, but they're right. But like, bro, just shut up, man. Leave me alone. I had this one coach all throughout the lower levels of the minor leagues, and he was like tough love. Like, man, yelled at me, would have me wake up at 5 a.m. to meet him at the cage so we could talk about this, talk about that. And he was hard on me. And at the time I was like, bro, like, just leave me alone, bro. Like, this isn't going to work. Like, I've been trying this and trying this and trying this. And fast forward, I get traded to another team. I'm not with this coach anymore. And I get to my new team, and without me even knowing that I was doing it, I was literally doing exactly what he had been trying to get me to do from age 18 to all the way to 22. And I'm like, and I literally immediately called him like, I finally see what you were trying to tell me. And I'm sorry for all the hard. He's like, listen, man, ain't no hard feelings. I was just trying to get you to see what you had the potential to do back then. And it just took you all the way up till you got to the big leagues to realize it. I'm not saying it's because of me, and I'm not saying, I'm the reason why, none of that. I was just trying to get you to realize your full potential. And it was like literally a light bulb, and I made it to the big leagues that year, and rest is history. But
now, can you imagine how God just be looking at us like believers? I ain't talking about non-believers, because non-believers, you doing what you doing the only thing you know what to do. But I'm gonna say this on air: you do whatever you want. The Bible is for believers. It's for Christians. It ain't for nobody else.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're an unbeliever, it's not. You can become. Don't get me wrong. You can become a Christian. You can know, but it's for Christians how to live. So when you see this podcast, know that we are talking to Christians, because it starts with us. Starts with him. Then he teaches us. We go out and make disciples. So I say all that to say, with the story you just said, imagine how God is looking at us like, you could have been here a long time ago if you would have just been obedient the first time.
Yeah.
And then we sit here and try to talk to our children, or talk to our friends, or talk to our spouse or girlfriend, boyfriend, or whatever, and just be like, oh, you ain't do this, you ain't listen to me. And God just up there like this. Look at ain't the kettle calling the pot, whatever they saying it is. Like, you don't listen to me.
Yeah.
So if you base your relationship off I say this, you can tell a lot. You can tell the condition your relationship is in by the condition your relationship is with Christ. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can judge where y'all at in your relationship or in your marriage by where you are with your relationship with Christ, because Christ, from the very beginning, he's teaching us individually how to be good people, so that when we come together, it's less arguments, because you know how to be good by yourself. You know how to be good by yourself. And since both of y'all getting y'all instructions from me, marriage should be smooth sailing.
Yeah.
You're going to have your little flesh arguments, but
I want to say this to all the baseball players out there that's trying to make it. First of all, don't give up. It's a tough game. It's a game of failure. You're going to fail. But within those times of failure, remember to just be positive, because you got to learn. And you'll go through tough times. I went 8 years through the minor leagues. Up and down, tears, blood, sweat, calling my dad, my family just struggling, bro. But I know once I made it, and I'm at a point of now 32 years old, none of that, I don't wish none of that happened. The times I was disobedient, I still learned, right, to make that into something positive now. So those times that we go through to learn, those times we got to take advantage of those and understand this. It always going to come, you believe in God and what you're doing, it's all going to come out for good. So all the baseball players, it's going to be tough. It's really going to be tough, but continue to progress, continue to fight, continue to go, because
keep going.
At the end, man, all those ups and downs are going to be worth it. But it is a struggle sometimes to actually to make it, bro. So
Absolutely.
Don't give up.
I think this is a wrap of another episode, so I'll leave it with this. 1 Samuel 15:22. Obedience is better than sacrifice. I think y'all should go out there and dive into that, figure out what that means, study it, get it inside your spirit, and apply it. So, fellas, stay obedient, man.
Stay obedient.
Clubhouse Lounge.
Did it again.
This is
Peace.